Okay, so welcome you guys to the Monday evening masterclass. We're going to start out with a little bit of a talk about Vayu. So Vayu it's basically air, and it is what we manipulate when we are doing yoga. We are manipulating the forces of air. But I want to talk a little bit about it as far as how it relates to our vital force. Vayu is the vital nerve force that it goes throughout the whole body. So it's considered identical or similar to like the divine eternal force or energy. And so therefore it's considered self-generating. But what happens with Vayu is it governs our mental and physical bodies. And if the Vayus can be in balance, which there's 5 different ones. So you're manipulating forces that go up and down and in and out and then circulate around. Those are all the different Vayus and the different directions that they go. But the reason why the Vayus are a big deal to understand and to consider is that when they're in balance, it is said that you will live a long, healthy life without disease. So if you can keep the energy, the Vayus and those forces moving freely throughout the body, you will set yourself up for a good, healthy, quality life. And when Vayu is out of balance, it causes a lot of issues because the different Vayus control digestion and breath and even our heart function. It controls our speech, right? You can't talk without air being able to be that force behind how you speak. It's the force behind effort. It's actually the force behind our energy. It affects our memory, our ability to have memory. It affects our circulation and our muscle joint movement. So movement is all Vayu, right? Because that's the force of air. The force of air is what controls all of the physiology in the body. And it even controls all of the other systems as well, including your reproductive system. But I want you to think about Vayu as really important to the nervous system. So Vayu is the root of all, an imbalance of the Vayu is the root of all nervous system disorders. So if you have a nervous system issue, it is a Vayu imbalance. It is an air imbalance. That is what it is in Ayurveda. So things that can cause those imbalances are colds, roughness, too light. In other words, you don't have enough like grounding or stability in your life, not enough food, excessive sex, too much talking, staying up too late, doing too many fasts or releasing too many toxins, because that's super trendy right now. All of these fasts and doing the different cleanses that are out there. Well, that can cause Vayu to go out of balance and really mess with your nervous system. So if your nervous system is not feeling right and you're doing a lot of fasting, it's not the time for you to do a fast. So think about that, consider that. Other things like jerking kind of actions like jumping and leaping and over too much travel, excessive exercise, wasting of the tissues, too much grief, too much anxiety, those deplete the body. Too much fear or illness, uncomfortable beds and chairs. So making it so that the body is not comfortable. If the body is not comfortable, you're going to create an imbalance with the nervous system. Injuries, of course, suppressing natural urges. So what are our natural urges? To eliminate breath, anything like if you have to sneeze, all of those things are natural urges. You do not want to stop the body from the natural urges. And that includes belching and even releasing gas. When the Vayu becomes excessive and your nervous system is impacted, then one of the things that's really important is to start creating stability in your life. Have a routine. Make sure that you are eating balanced foods appropriate for your constitution, and make sure the body has getting enough rest and the body is supported and is comfortable. And I would actually highly recommend body treatments, because that actually calms down the Vayu. It helps the nervous system. So massages and body treatments are super helpful. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that, because I've had quite a few people reaching out to me with some nervous system issues. And I want you to know that in Ayurveda, anything relating to the nervous system is considered a Vata, a Vayu imbalance. Okay, so just a little information so that you know what it's doing, how to control it. If it's out of balance, you could definitely reach out to me. I will do everything I can to support you so that you can have that long, healthy life. It's all about keeping the Vayus healthy. Make sure your Vayus are healthy. That is why when we do yoga, you guys, depending upon the time of the day, the practice that you do is important. You don't do back bending practices at night. You don't do intense practices at night, because you want to support the nervous system being calm so you sleep. So how you impact your nervous system and the Vayus in your yoga practice is important too. So what we do in these classes and what time of the days you're practicing, that is something to think about, and make sure that you're doing an appropriate practice for that time of the day, for whatever it is that's going on in your life as well. Okay, so if you have questions, reach out to me. You can always email me, aspiredelements@gmail.com. And I will be posting this on my YouTube channel so you guys can revisit it. Okay,